was limited?
Jordan Goodwin, 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗡, and Denny were not participating today. Everyone else was involved to some capacity, and then we were trying to keep an eye on Brad, just making sure he didn't overextend himself. We had some bumps and bruises, nothing significant, so we making sure guys aren't pushing through too soon. We just make sure we're pacing ourselves.
What was the specific focus for today?
Once again, compete. This is a very competitive practice, and it's exciting to have two consecutive days where guys are really getting after it. It's not always clean, and to be expected. Knocking some rust off, and as we implement a little bit more, it'll pick up a little bit. But I'm very pleased with where we are right now.
We were just talking to Corey. He's kind of an interesting situation just because he came in and had the unexpected big role last year. Where is he at in terms of the role he might play? Does he have to kind of be ready for whatever you guys do?
Well, I think he has to be ready. All our guys have to be ready. I have not, etched it in stone as far as, my top 10 guys. It's tough to play 10, but I think if you look at the balance of this roster, you easily could play 10 guys every night and feel really good about it. So that's a good problem to have. He did a terrific job last year of taking full advantage of those minutes. And for a young player to kind of learn on the fly, I think it really helped him, to the point where he is now.
How is it having Monte Morris just kind of as an extension of you on the court so far?
It's feels comfortable. Obviously been around him, have coached him, but it just shows you the player that he is. He's very cerebral, has a good feel, plays with great pace, a great understanding of what the game needs. He knows when to get a guy shot, how to get it. So you just feel like you have another guy out there who can coach on the fly.
How much is different from what you guys were doing in Denver? I mean, I'm sure the terminology is a little bit different, but just how much do you think he already knows?
It's quite different. I mean, some of the play calls are similar, some are the same, but it's different personnel. So I think just getting more acclimated to no, that's not Jokic, or no, this is not Aaron Gordon. It's a different roster. So they're going to play to different strengths, and he's got to figure out, how to utilize those guys to their abilities.
Coach, what's it like having a guy like Taj around training camp first couple of days, a guy that's been around the league for a long time?
Yeah, he's a pro's pro. He's a vet. He brings that intensity and physicality, the aggressiveness, and he's a steadying presence for some of our young guys. They get a little bit rattled at times because the game's moving fast. So he's always lending an ear and being that vet mentor, which I think is tremendous. He does it unsolicited. So I think he gets it at this juncture in his career. He knows how to impact the game. Obviously he's going to keep himself ready, and he's going to find minutes because he's one of those guys who's going to force you to play him. But he also understands that he can pass it on, and he's open to doing that. So I got to give him a lot of credit. He's come in, and you can feel his impact right away.
So far, 2 days in, what intangibles have you noticed from this team so far?
Well, the competitive piece, as I spoke of, but also the carryover. We're seeing a lot of carryover from last year. There's some subtle differences, but I think it's good to see where we are now compared to where we began, at the start of last season. We fast-tracked a lot of those things, so it makes us feel a lot more comfortable, about where we are, on both sides of the ball.
And then Monte spoke about having an early preseason game. You get a jump on the competition. Just what are some of the strengths that you feel like you possess having this early on preseason game?
Well, I mean, there are some strengths to getting ahead of it a little bit. You're practicing a couple days earlier. Guys return to market, probably a few days sooner. So you get those opportunities for them to be in the gym and be around each other, to kind of learn the language a little bit. There are some logistic, things that are tough. When you're playing in a foreign country, and it's a long flight, but it's a great opportunity. And the competition is second to none, so it's certainly a challenge for us to see where we are.
Is there anything you feel like that's different this year for training camp compared to last year, with how Wes is running things, how you guys are acting in training camp, anything like that?
No, I just feel like the energy in here is just really genuine. Like, guys are really enjoying being here. We enjoy being around each other, and we really enjoy competing. Like, there's no faking it. The energy in here is authentic. So that's a good sign, and I expect it to continue throughout the whole 82 games.
Wes mentioned in kind of hopes of making things more competitive, there are open spots and everything like that. There are incentives like, run if you're not doing something right. Or is there more of that this year?
No. I mean, if you lose a drill, you're going to run, right? That's just kind of the general general deal. So, but it is competitive. I mean, punishments aside, it's very competitive.
Have you seen the work you did during the offseason translate today and yesterday?
Absolutely, and even before that. Been here for a couple weeks now, so these last 2 days have been great. Kind of seeing where everybody fits in and molds and gels together, and yeah, I'm definitely seeing the fruits of the labor this offseason. Absolutely.
And with regard to the flexibility work, has that paid off in terms of lateral movement or that sort of thing?
Yeah, I feel great. I mean, my body can go where my mind wants it to, and that's kind of the main goal of this offseason. And just physically, I feel really good.
What have you noticed from Monte Morris and just the familiarity he already has with Coach Unseld?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't skip a beat, right? Like he comes over here, he knows exactly what he's doing, he knows all the terms, and then more importantly than that, he's coming from a winning team in Denver. So just the little things that he picks up whenever he talks to you, you listen, because he's been in those big games and he's performed in those big games too. So anything we can learn from him is amazing.
I know you guys won't have a ton of free time in Japan. I also know a lot of you guys are hoping to go shopping. Anything on your list?
No, I'm still on my rookie contract, so I'm going to save my money.
Okay.
Yep.
Your former Gonzaga teammates, Jonathan Williams and Jeremy Jones, they play in Japan. Do you and Rui plan to see them?
Yeah, last time I talked to Jeremy, he's going to come down and see us. I think they play while we're there, so like in between their games, they're going to come down and see us, I think. So looking forward to seeing them. And it's been a while since I've seen Jonathan Williams. I saw Jeremy this summer, but I mean, anytime you can connect with old Gonzaga guys, you're going to do it.
What have been the early camp objectives for you guys? What are you kind of focusing on?
Yeah, high energy, mesh as a team. We're kind of just trying to nail down our offensive and defensive concepts, and then like I mentioned before, just compete at a really high level and don't let off the gas pedal until we're done.
Wes mentioned prior to media day that there have been some tactical tweaks to the defense. How significant are those?
Oh, they're very significant. It's just kind of trimming the fat a little bit and cleaning up areas where guys would get confused last year, and we'd have guys on different pages and kind of making rules more concrete, so everybody's on the same page, and it's going to lead to a tighter defense for us.
You coming to your second training camp, what have you noticed about just compared to last year to this year and your progression?
Oh, I'm way chiller out there right now than I was last year. I know exactly what's coming. I know the expectations. I'm not still trying to figure out people's names and where I'm going to live while I'm trying to play basketball. So everything's all set out, and I feel a much bigger sense of calm that I can just go out there and perform right away, rather than kind of worrying about other stuff on the floor too. So it's been great for me. The sense of familiarity around here has helped me a ton.
Is there a specific focus of day 2?
Just being more crisp and more organized. Day 1 was good. We got after it, we competed, but I think today we kind of was more patient in our sets and our offense, letting guys operate in space and also just turn it up on defense, knowing when to veer off and knowing when to stay engaged.
What is this week like for you? How much of it is trying to learn what other guys like and their tendencies, and how much of it is trying to learn what the Wizards are trying to do?
I mean, it's easy for me because, I had Wes in Denver, so it's just a few different names, but it's the same concept. So as far as like me adjusting to the defense and the offense, it's going to be an easy transition because it's the same cause, really just different names and just different players. But with us being around each other a lot in the summer and playing pickups, I got a real good feel for everybody, that I'm playing with. So it's not like this was the first day, or yesterday was the first day I played with the guys. So it's real. It should be real fun season, having the lob threat and, in the bigs, and then also we versatile at the 4, and we can mix up some lineups, so I'm looking forward to it.
How much did Wes steal from Malone?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't be in the meeting, so I don't know who came up with what, but it's similar. So it should be an easy transition for me.
Getting some reps and pick up before the season started. And obviously, a small sample size through 2 days of camp. With the size and versatility you guys have on your roster, how good do you think you guys could be on the defensive end?
I think we could be good. I think it starts with communication. You can talk when you're fresh, It's just when we get tired, you know, if we can talk, that's where the elite, you know, defenses in the league do. You know, no matter what's going on, no matter if we up 20, down 20 or a tight ball game, we keep the same energy. And you know, me coming from, you know, winning the playoffs and stuff last 5 years, you know, me and Will, we try to come in here and just get guys energetic and always talking. No matter if you engaged in the play, if the play call for you, do your job. You know, 1 through 5, because everybody's number gonna be called. So. Me personally this season, I got better on defense last season, not dying on screens and stuff. But you know, this summer I focused on like my legs and just getting them stronger so I can fight through more screens. So defense start with me at the top, top of the head of the defense. So if I bring the energy and set the tempo, I feel like it's like a domino effect. It should follow.
Could you describe the defensive growth you individually had last year?
Yeah, I mean, just like in the post, when I get switched on, we switch 1 through 4, just able to hold my ground more, not fouling right away, and just stand down and making, you know, bigger guys take fadeaways, which is good. You know, if they hit 5, 6 fadeaways, then we'll make an adjustment. But if I got guys, bigger guys shooting those, you know, it helps our whole defense. So they ain't got so much rotate and help me like that. And also just through ball screens, and I think a lot of that just come with, you know, being around Chris Paul, CP, and just learning different ways to navigate ball screens on and off the ball, and also just watching a lot of film. So I think that helped me, and I'm just trying to bring all that I learned in my 5 years, you know, in Denver here, and just help any way possible.
When you're trying to deal with ball screens, and I know you face a ton of them, is the goal to try not to get screened at all?
Yeah, I mean, that's like Wes said, in a perfect world, but, you know, it ain't a perfect world. But like in a perfect world, you don't want to get screened. But, I mean, I'm still only 185 pounds, so it's some big guys out there. So it's tough not to get screened, but they don't want you to. But my job is just not to die on the screen. If I do get screened, fight through. And fight through with high hands, and that's what I'm going to try to demonstrate. Been trying to demonstrate in practice just so I can get good repetition and build good habits, so I can just translate it when the gym full with, you know, 18,000 people in there. It should be easy to showcase.
What time does a day in training camp start for you typically?
Personally? Mornings, probably about 7 to 8. Gotta come in, get a good bite to eat, gotta stretch, watch some film, go over the play calls. It's new to me, so I got different play calls. Then just messing around with the young guys, try to get some shots early. Just trying to just talk to everybody that comes on the court. Just try to have that communication. But yeah, just trying to talk and just get used to guys. That's the main thing.
Taj, obviously every roster has different needs in terms of chemistry and things like that. What have Tommy and Wes told you about the kind of vet that they want you to be for this team specifically?
Really, nobody. They didn't really have to say anything to me. It's just normal for me, I guess. I've been around long enough. Guys know how I am. One thing the coach just said, just be yourself, just be Taj. That's all I've been doing, is being Taj. Guys been just real respective of how I've been talking and responsive of how I'm trying to help them at the same time on the court, and they're helping me too. So I'm just being Taj.
What stands out to you so far about Wes as a coach?
He's real vocal. He's real hands-on. And but the bright side, he's enjoying the team, and the team is enjoying him coaching us as well. There's a lot of energy, and it's fun at the same time.
Were you always really diligent at helping younger guys, even going back to your college days or, you know, your high school days?
I wouldn't say it's really about helping young guys. I'm just a teammate that loves the game, understands the game, understand that it's a brotherhood, it's a camaraderie thing, and we're just trying to get each other better. We're just gearing up the battle, so the main thing is just to try to just be a great teammate. That's the only thing I've been trying to do my whole career, is to be a great teammate.
All your career, who was your mentor? Who did you look up to as a leader of the team?
Really, since I came in the league, just training summers in LA, different times, you always run into great pros: Kevin Garnett, Brad Miller, Kurt Thomas, Carlos Boozer, you name it, Kirk Heinrich. Just constantly listening. Early in my career, I didn't really talk much. I just was always listening and taking in all the energy, really, because it's really, when a vet talks to you, it's special. So you just got to take it in and believe in yourself at the same time. And I just took that and trying to pass the torch on.
You mentioned at media day that the young guys were kind of teaching you how to smile again. What does that mean to you?
It's great, but at the same, yeah, it's great because all I've been doing is smiling early in the morning. We've been joking a lot, but at the same time, it's been just great, just having them just be real responsive. You know what I'm saying? Just every drill, they're calling me out there. Every drill, we're laughing, but every drill, they want me in the drill with them. Every drill, we're just trying to get better, but at the same time, the respect level is there, and I just love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm really enjoying it.